Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Tonight I'm actually coming to you from a hotel in Scotch Corner because I have a big day planned for tomorrow. I'm actually heading to one of my favourite places in the whole of the UK, if not possibly the world. What I'm not looking forward to is actually being up at about 4ish in the morning. For those of you that know me, know I'm not a morning person at all. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. I cannot wait. I'll see you guys in the morning. 4 in the morning sucks. Shh. Welcome to Keld. So, why Keld? What makes Keld so special and got me so excited about coming up here today? Well, I'll be honest with you. Keld is just a tiny little hamlet in the Yorkshire Dales. Now, obviously the Yorkshire Dales it's my home. It's where my heart is. But as for Keld, there's only really one thing that gets me so excited about this. And for those of you that know me, it's waterfalls. Now, I always joke and say that Keld has more waterfalls than houses. And you know what? It's not far wrong. It's not entirely true. Don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly saying that there are like 3 houses here. But there's not even a village shop. The place is tiny. However, I believe at last count, I think there were 9 falls, I believe. So, came up here a little while ago and I managed to get a few shots from a few of the easy access waterfalls. So today I've come up here and got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, at past 4. Alarms went off at 4. So that I could actually make a whole day of it. Now, after I'd managed to get myself a Greggs, managed to drive over here with sheep all over the road. Gotta love stuff like that. Yeah, I've actually set myself a target of I think seven falls today. Now the disappointing thing is that we've had some serious dry spells. And obviously one of the things we actually need for waterfalls is something that we're usually well known of for this country, and that's rain. I have to say, obviously, where I'm from in Peterborough, we've had torrential downpours, but when I've been following the weather up here, it's actually not been that bad. Example, today it's meant to be highs of 18 degrees and a cross between bright sunshine and sunny intervals. So I'm not really sure what to expect. Now, my first port of call is a falls called Swinogill. Now, it is the furthest one along there. There is an upper and lower part to this falls as well. And with that, from other photographers, they have said that the upper falls, if it's not being the wettest of weather, it's usually dry and actually not really a falls. Now, based on how the river and stuff's looking when I've been down that way, I'm not sure it's actually going to be in action at all. So I'm going to give that one a miss today. I think I'll save that for the next time I come up here. And I'm just going to hit the lower falls. Now, there might be 1 or 2 places to stop along the way. I know there is an old disused lead mining area. Oh, sorry, sunshine. So I will probably stop there, but if not, I'll see you guys at Swinogill. So en route to Swinogill, I have actually just stopped because I've just seen this lovely vista down into the valley. Well, I say I'm en route to Swinogill, I actually have no idea where I am at all. Fingers crossed I can actually find it. However, I'm now currently perched on this tiny little pathway on the side of quite a steep drop, to be fair with you. Now I'm going to spin you around so you can actually see. I don't know if it's going to translate very well onto the video there. But what we've actually got just down here is we've got these beautiful leading lines. So we've got one, which is just the river there. We've got over that way, you've got, yeah, where my finger is now, you've got the dry stone wall. And then obviously you've got all this area of the edge of that hill, just leading down into the valley. Now, the sun is quite bright, so it is quite contrasty. So I'm probably going to have to do some bracketed shots here. Not entirely sure how it's going to turn out, but if it does turn out well, you'll obviously see it in a second after this clip. So stick with us. Hopefully I'm going to make it to Swinogill in a bit. So I've made it. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if this is Swinogill. The walk up here was rather perilous, to be honest with you. Yeah, the pathway was probably no more than a foot wide. I'd call it a pathway, it really wasn't. Yeah, sheer drop down one side, steep hill up the other, so it was really quite treacherous. But being completely honest, if you look behind me now, it was highly worth it. Yeah, I don't know if this is Swinogill. I believe it might be part of it, whether it's well, it's not really an official falls, whether it's the upper part, lower part, I'm really not sure. I don't care. It's absolutely beautiful here. It's a bit chilly because I'm sat here in the shade. In June, when I was driving over here, I didn't expect to see an ice warning on my car. So yeah, it's a little bit fresh. My legs are getting a bit cold in the old shorts. But yeah, at least I made it to my first falls. So what we've actually got here as well is, due to how dark it is, I'm shooting on a 1 second shutter speed. F9, I believe, might be F8 or F11, I can't remember. ISO 100 standard. The big problem I've got is if I just tilt you down there, you can see how blown out the sky actually is. So the problem I've got is that the sun is actually coming up right in the middle of that V shape, just at the top. So I've had to put a 3-stop neutral density filter on there to try and slow the water down a little bit whilst keeping the aperture and the ISO where I wanted them to roughly be. And I've also had to put a hard edge grad filter on there as well to try and bring that sky down a little bit. It may work, it may not, I don't know. I might actually have to just take a different exposure on that one and actually blend it in post-processing, but we will see. So yeah, the time is now I think that's, yeah, 10 past 8. Now, considering I got here at 7:30, no, 6:30. It's taken me a while, but we've got our first falls. Boom. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I probably just did something really stupid. All these rocks just over here, yeah, I just actually clambered around to get down to this beauty. Proper excited, how nice is that? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend coming down that way for anyone. I'm looking back down the brook down there, and I think that's the way I'm probably going to try and head back. Don't know if I can, but you know, gotta give it a whirl. Oh, that's absolutely stunning, that is. Oh, I'm proper chuffed with that. So yeah, bit risky. Wife will probably kill me when she finds out what I've actually done to get around here. But yeah, boom, waterfall number 2. You know what? This river is just the gift that keeps on giving. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Getting here was a bit of a treacherous one. I'm just going to swing round. You see all this edge here with those trees? Yeah, I just had to scale all the way along that. When my wife sees this, she's going to absolutely kill me. But it's one of those situations where if you don't do it, you don't get to see things like this. I'm still making my way down the brook, stream, whatever you want to call it. I think this is Swinogill actually, to be fair. I'm still making my way down here. I'm still trying to get back on a path of some kind. One that is actually a path and not just a walkway that's about that big. But I keep stopping because I keep finding places like this. How beautiful. Right, I'm going to set the camera up and get some shots here and all. So, good news here. I found a path, an actual path, and I've seen some walkers on it, and this was at the end of it. So I've done some seriously hard scrabbling. I've done some pretty perilous, stupid probably things. I have got some cracking pictures on the way, and now I'm finishing up with this beauty just behind me, just here. Yeah, I think this is all part of Swinogill. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Sorry, hand's a bit shaky because I've left me self stick up there. But yeah, what a stunning morning. What an absolute blessing. And I've still got all the ones that are actually back in Keld to go. Not sure where these paths lead me to, but I'm sure I'll find where I need to be. If not, I'll just ask one of the walkers that I keep seeing. But yeah, happy days. Boom. So I've made it back from Swinogill. Yeah, that was still quite a hike, but yeah, really pleased we made the trip over there. Got some fantastic pictures, which you guys have probably already seen. So next up on the list, actually before we even get back into the village, is East Gill. So for this one, this is the upper parts of East Gill. It does actually run all the way down where I'm looking now, all the way down underneath and into the main river. I think it's the River Swale. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I will head down there in a minute and get some parts of the lower one. It is a bit more difficult. I'm not going to be here long. I've already taken a few pictures, so I'm really happy with that. But there's loads of little bugs. I'm covered in bugs. I don't know if you can see them, all the little black bugs on my arms. Yeah, it's horrible. But still, I'm here for the photography, and if they're going to sit and chew on me, then that's their decision. So let's get some more pictures. So another one of the Keld waterfalls. This one's Kistan Force. She's roaring today. Now, considering that it's actually been quite dry, you can see that the water levels are actually quite low. She's still powering through what's going over her. Now, this, as I say, is the lower part of Kistan Force. Over there behind me, you can just see in the background, just over there. That's the upper part of the falls, which I'll go check out in a minute. I have been here before. Last time I came up, there was a lot more water flowing over there. But this time, yeah, as I say, due to the dry spells we've got. So, still, because she is ripping it over there, I've actually had set my camera up to a faster shutter speed than what I would have expected. 1/5 of a second at f7.1 ISO 100. You guys will obviously see the picture after this section of the video log. But yeah, it's quite impressive. So this is probably one of my favourite ones. Although I do love East Gill as well. The Swinogill ones from earlier were all new to me and they were fantastic. So hard to choose, but you can start to see why, as a waterfall photographer, this is one of my favourite places in the whole world. Untitled Force. So this is one of the hardest ones to get to in Keld. I have seen photos from down the bottom. To be honest, the closest I got was just down on that ledge there. If you look just there, there is actually a secondary drop, and you see just beyond that, just there, oh, out of focus, there we go. They actually, sorry, I'm getting bitten to pieces. We've seen photos taken from down there, and I'm not entirely sure how you get to it, but I've got a couple of good ones of the upper parts of here. So, right, I'm going to move on because I'm getting chewed to bits by whatever these things are. So I've moved down just outside of Keld now. I've moved down to Wainwaith. Not going to lie, when I came up in September last year, it was a lot more impressive than it is at the moment. There is very little water flowing over it. As a result, with the pictures, I am having to do it at around half a second to get any form of motion in there. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, this has been quite a long vlog, to be honest. I really appreciate it if you've made it all the way through to this point. What I will say is that I'm going to go see if I can find Kistan Force. I know Rainby is just through the bunkhouse and yurts. You've got to ask permission for it. To be honest, I'm really flagging. The 4 o'clock start this morning has done me no favours. So I'm going to have a wander down, see if I can find Kistan, because that does look like an impressive one from what I've seen. I've never actually been to that one as well. It'll be another first for me. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling on now. As I say, I'm starting to feel tired. The thing is, I'm actually up in the Yorkshire Dales for another 2 days. And once I've finished here, I'm actually then going to go check into my hotel in West Burton, which is a 2-second walk from Kistan Force. So that's quite a blessing. But yeah, I'm probably going to be back out later. I might go check into the hotel, have a power nap. I think they've got 4G signal there. I haven't had a phone signal all day. So I might catch up, see if I've got any emails, etc. Yeah, power nap for 15 to half an hour. And then, yeah, probably get back out with the camera again. Stay tuned, because they will follow in a separate vlog. I will probably do a day 1, day 2, day 3. So day 1, this won't be classified as it, because this will be a separate one. Day 1 will probably be anything I shoot after this. Day 2 will be all of tomorrow. Day 3 will be what I shoot in the morning before setting off back home as well. Yeah, so stay tuned. And here it is, Kistan Force. As you can see, I'm getting absolutely blinded. The sun is beaming down here, which is going to make taking these pictures quite difficult. You can see I've not even set the camera up yet, to be fair. What I will say is I'm going to make this my last one for this vlog anyway. As I say, if I power nap and sleep and get back out again, then I may just make another vlog from day 1. Cute little place, not that difficult to find. But yeah, this sun's going to be a real problem. So I'm not sure how these are going to turn out. Watch this space, because if I manage to actually make anything out of it, I'll stick it on the end of here. But I just want to say thanks for tuning in. Obviously, do give us a like. Give us a subscribe, and yeah, stay safe, people. Mike out.